Costa Rica, a small country in Central America, characterized by the friendliness and outgoing qualities of its people, is also famous for being one of the places in which we can find great quantities of nature destinations, many of them not even known by the Costa Ricans themselves. One of these is Pocosi, a spectacular, undiscovered paradise that fulfills all the hopes and expectations of those who are willing to explore territories exploding with life and excitement in a peaceful environment in which the visitor will always feel welcome. From the very start of this remarkable experience, visitors are surprised by the extraordinary panoramic views while traveling through the national park Braulio Carrillo, one of the few highways in the country that crosses a national park, which is located in one of the country's most topographically irregular zones. The landscape is made up of high mountains, densely covered with forest and traversed by innumerable rivers. The topography and the high rainfall rate, some 4,500 millimeters average per year, give rise to the infinite number of spectacular waterfalls to be found there. The park also contains several inactive volcanoes, El Cacho Negro, which is very prominent because of its conical form, and the Barva, with its various craters. The Tres Cerros Mountains, which can be clearly observed from San Jose, are what are left of the volcanic structure that previously existed there. The park provides a great diversity of fauna. It richly emphasizes almost 515 species of birds, both resident and migratory. There you can see the spectacular king of vultures, the goldfinch and the quetzal, among many others. Among the species of mammals are the cute cara blanca monkeys and the wild mountain pigs, huatusas and coyotes. Also, you may encounter several species that are now endangered species because of illegal hunting. In this trip, you will also cross through the Tunnel of Surquí, one of the major highway tunnels in the country. It's 562 meters long, and the excavation of this tunnel is a success story for the Costa Rican engineers. Because of their enduring efforts, an impressive underground pass through the mountain was created, something that saves travelers and commercial transporters a great deal of time and money every year. Other important structures that you will encounter along the trip are the bridge over the Rio Sucio, which extends some 187 meters over the river, and the bridge over the Chiripo River, which is 180 meters long. Located approximately 70 kilometers from San Jose, the Canton de Pocosi is an important commercial and banking center. It boasts many schools and colleges, as well as a university and institutions of private and public higher education. It is also the heart of a prosperous agricultural and cattle-raising region. Every year, the famous Pocosi Exposition, one of the most important events of the country for cattle breeding, is held there. Visitors and inhabitants alike can enjoy many events and activities during the exposition, such as bullfights, cattle auctions, and many exhibits. The banana, pineapple, tropical flower, ornamental plants, reforestation activities, and other similar agro-industries are a booming activity that generates most of the employment in the zone. Highly conscious of the ecology, these local agro-industries work hand in hand with ISO programs, environmental programs, and recycling programs in order to make the smallest possible impact on the environment. You can find basic services such as gas stations, shopping centers, and different levels and prices in lodging, plus a great variety of restaurants where you can enjoy typical foods of the area, as well as international cuisines. As part of an important project, La Casa de la Cultura, was created with the fundamental objective to strengthen artistic education and to implement art curricula within the educational system, as well as to stimulate more local artistic activities. The creativity of the artisans who use the local resources of the area is limited. They have developed an empirical method that through the years has developed into their own unique art form, one that combines natural resources with modern techniques. Here, you will also be able to enjoy, with the assistance of an expert guide, the company of thousands of butterflies and learn about their reproductive cycles, their habitat, and the great variety of species that exist throughout the country. The flora of Pocosí, like that of the humid tropic, is always naturally green. The rain and the perennial humidity make this region a flora paradise that includes primary forests of precious woods. As for the fauna, you can find large quantities of species of birds, as well as reptiles and amphibians in about 70% of the country. Among the mammals, you will see various species of monkeys, many of them in danger of extinction. This region is so important that it has been declared a protected area to safeguard the aquifers that supply the aqueducts of the villages of Guasimo and Pocosí. The land of both aquifers is varied. Volcanic soil is very rocky and well suited for the growth of primary forests. By declaring this a protected area, we try to avoid deforestation of its forests so as not to endanger the water supplies of the local inhabitants. This protected area also permits the continued protection of important species of flora and wild fauna. Despite being a very small area, it contains two life zones, a tropical, very humid forest and a pre-mountainous rainforest, as well as two other transitional zones. The tropic is very humid forest transition to pre-mountainous, and the very humid pre-mountainous forest transition to basal. In the very humid zone are found the Colorado and the Tortuguero lagoons, the latter of which forms a beautiful estuary with a magnificent landscape of deep, dark, and green water, bordered by forests and covered with water lilies and blue and lilac flowers. This area is considered by ecologists as being one of the more important areas in the world, where among other species, the green tortoises nest. Their spawning area is 35 kilometers long. It is bordered to the north by the Tortuguero estuary and to the south by the estuary of the Parasmina River. To the north of Pocosí is the Tortuguero National Park, one of the most popular tourist destinations in Costa Rica. It is globally famous for its great scenic beauty, its natural biodiversity, and for the marine tortoises that come there each year. It is the most important spawning place in the Caribbean, extending some 18,946 terrestrial and marine hectares. There are two types of rain, the local rainstorms of short duration that are the most frequent, and the characteristic monsoons of the Caribbean that last up to 15 days. The former are caused by prevailing north and northwest winds. The most common avian species you may see are the cedro macho, the hawk, the pilon, the black jabalillo, the fruta dorada, the manu, the maria, the alcanfor, the confín, the cativo, the palma lojillo, and the palma suita, la palma real, and the corilla o liro de agua. The chorreja at times are so dense that they can impede navigation. The fauna is rich and diverse. Among the most outstanding are the tapir, the jaguar, and the manigordo, the cute Congo monkeys, the cara blanca, the red or spider monkey, sloth, the martigia, and the reticulated glass frog, whose internal organs are seen through its transparent skin, the poisonous frog or the red sapito, whose skin is toxic. Some of the protective birds are the peacock, the zopilote, cabecirrojo, the trogon violaceo, and the golden oriole of the Montezuma. Also, several species of tortoises, such as the green tortoise and the black tortoise, can be seen, the latter species being very common in the canals between Moín and Tortuguero. In the mouth of the Colorado River are found the Barra de Colorado National Wildlife Refuge, which, like the Tortuguero National Park, is accessible only by water or air. The extensive delta of the Red River reminds one of the Tortuguero canals. Barra de Colorado is visited mainly by sports fishermen, and in the high season is also a good alternative to Tortuguero, which frequently is very full during the high season. The Barra de Colorado National Wildlife Refuge was created in 1985. It's a protected area located in Costa Rica's northern Caribbean sector, with an extension of approximately 81,177 hectares, without considering the border strip between Costa Rica and Nicaragua that covers a ribbon that is 2 kilometers wide of land along the border. Its area comprises about 1.76% of the country's total area and contains about a third of the species in danger of extinction in Costa Rica, plus 37.7% of all birds, 59% of all mammals, 68.6% of all species of flying mammals, 31% of amphibian species, and 49.5% of the reptile species present in our country. One of the refuge's area comprises the delta of the San Juan River. It delineates the area's northern limit and is generally lower than 230 meters above sea level, and it covers some 50 kilometers of Caribbean coastlines along its eastern extreme. To the south is the Tortuguero National Park, which constitutes an irreplaceable biological corridor along several nearby protected areas, such as the Barra de Colorado National Wildlife Refuge. In addition to the important diversity of flora and fauna that it possesses, it forms a binational landscape component with Nicaragua's great Reserva Indio Maiz. Whatever your destination might be in Costa Rica, there is little doubt that you will enjoy it, as countless others have. If you decide to visit Pocosí, we will welcome you with open arms and promise you that your stay here will be the best of all.